Hey guys, how are we going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I want to talk to you about fear. What is fear? We all perceive fear in a different way, and I feel like sometimes we don't understand what fear actually is, and then that's when people end up letting fear become a little bit more than just a part of who they are. They let it control their lives. Think about what it is that you fear most. Fear is actually a non-existent thing. In our mind is created by an emotion that we feel when we think that we're in danger. We start to feel an emotion where our body starts to, the heart rate starts to spike, and you start to get sweaty, and everything starts to feel like you're really emotional because you're scared. But what people don't realize is it's actually not real. Fear itself is just an emotion. It's not a real thing. It's just something that we have made up in our mind. So think about it. When we say that we're scared of something or that we have a fear, it's usually because it's something that we've created in our minds that we're scared of, and we've just pretty much told ourselves that we're afraid of that, and that's what our fear is. So for example, me, I've always had a fear of heights. Why? I don't know. But I have not let that control me as a person. The first thing I want to talk about is being aware of your fears. How I overcame my fear, I've found that over the years of trying to change my thought patterns and the way I approach things in life, I've managed to make my mindset strong enough to be able to change that. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to master your mindset to be able to tackle anything in life. But the main thing is when it comes to fear, we can't let fear control us. We have to control it. And that's the number one thing that I'm going to try and talk to you about today. Be aware of what your fear is. You need to understand what it is that you're scared of. Once you're aware of it and you know that it's actually affecting your life, you're more inclined to be able to actually move past it. You're allowed to be scared, okay? Don't get me wrong, like, you're human. We're all human beings, and being scared and having fears is a normal thing. But how you let them run your life, or how you run them, is the main priority here. What is it that we fear? When I went for my bungee jump, I told myself that I was going to do it. I knew that the fear I had for heights had always been something that made me feel nervous. I'd feel this tingling, and that feeling that you get when you're really excited about something and that you just can't contain yourself, and you just feel butterflies in your stomach and you're all sweaty in the palms, and you get that excitement about something. Have you not realized that that's the same feeling as what you're feeling when you're scared of something? The fear of not knowing what's going to happen if you do it. It's the exact same emotion in our bodies as what it is for excitement. The only difference is how we feel in our minds. Oh my God! The bungee jump's always been a bucket list for me. I told myself I'm not going home and missing this opportunity. I said, Danielle, this could be something that will change the way you feel forever, or change the way I think. If I let fear control that, I wouldn't have done it. And I wouldn't have felt the amazing feeling that I felt, the adrenaline rushing through my body, the feeling that I felt when I was standing up on that ledge. I was frozen, I was crying. I didn't think that I would be able to do it.
Danielle, you can let go of that because we can get this photo. So big smile, big smile for this brown. Alright, Tracy, you can go all the way up. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God! All the way, move your toes. All the way. Keep going, Tracy.
I don't think I can do this!
Keep going, Tracy. Keep going, Tracy. Alright, Danielle, let go of the
I can't!
I had to tell myself, no, your fear of heights isn't real. I had to create an emotion within myself to change from fear to excitement. point in time, nothing else mattered but the feeling I was feeling at that point. I would have never felt that feeling if I let myself just accept that I was scared of heights. If something's not working for you, don't change what you're trying to do. Change the way you approach it. On the other side of your biggest fear is probably the most amazing feeling you'll ever feel. But you're never gonna know that until you try. We actually only have one life, and that's why I bungee jumped. That's why I took that leap. The scariest thing I've ever done is stand up on that ledge, but it's also the most exhilarating thing I've ever felt. This is changing my life for the better. I have never looked back. I've changed the way I think about everything now. You need to recognize and be aware of what it is that you're afraid of, and ask yourself what it is that you're actually scared of. You need to understand that when it comes to something that you're scared of, it's not always going to be easy to change. So if there's something that is really scaring you, then I want you to write it down now. I want you to look at it. I want you to ask yourself why you're scared of it and write that answer down. And then I want you to figure out what it is that you can do to conquer your fear. Be aware of what your fear is. Acknowledge how it's affecting your life. Write it down so that you can figure out why you are afraid of it. I hope that helped you, and I hope that watching me conquer my fear can show you just how hard it can be to be in that moment and to see how hard it was for me to be up on that ledge. But I didn't let it control me. I controlled it. And that's what you need to do. You need to take control of your fears. You need to take control of your mind, one little step at a time.